Question for you. Do you golf? I don't golf. In fact, I'd go so far as to say I've never golfed until today. I suppose that is not entirely true, because I remember one time many years ago I did go to a driving range, and that was an eye-opening experience in a lot of ways. I'll talk about that in a minute. And today I'm not actually going golfing. I'm going to another driving range. I think they have some actual golf holes that you can practice on, but I don't know whether I'll be doing that or not. I'll be very lucky if I can even hit a ball, let alone send it towards an actual target. So my goal today is really just to try out the driving range. In a way, it makes sense, I have to say, because a lot of people, when they watch my videos and leave a comment, a lot of people do ask me, or they assume that I'm retired. And when you retire, apparently you play a lot of golf. But I'm not retired. And as I said, I've never even had an interest in golf. And it also makes a kind of sense, because a lot of foreigners that live here in Thailand are retired. They retired in whatever country they're from, and then they spend their retirement in Thailand, have a good life here. And for a lot of them, a popular hobby is golfing. And it's because of that that I learned about this driving range here in Mae Sot. I was talking to a man from the UK the other day, and I was asking him if he knew about places in Mae Sot that I didn't know about, places that I'd never stumbled across. And it turns out he's an avid golfer, and he told me about this driving range here in Mae Sot. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's go check it out. And even if the thought of doing something new, seeing something new in Mae Sot wasn't enough, he sealed the deal by telling me that there was a coffee shop, or at least they served coffee at this driving range. It's called the 19th hole, by the way. That's the name of the place where I'm going. I'm getting I think I'm getting close to where this driving range is located, and I have to stop to do a little bit of a Google Maps check, because whatever you're doing anywhere in the world, and particularly here in Thailand, the first stage of any journey is finding the place you're trying to get to, and that's not always easy. I thought I had to turn right here, but I don't. It's too early. I have to keep going, and the next major road is where I turn. I said that quite a few years ago I did go to a driving range, and this is when I was living in Taiwan, and the company that I worked for had a kind of company retreat for the staff, and they took us all around Taiwan, different places, and at one point we stayed at quite a fancy hotel, and this hotel had the swimming pool and the golf course, a driving range that you sort of expect to see at fancy hotels. And just for fun, myself and a couple of co-workers, we decided to try out the driving range, and I was treating it as kind of a lark, you know, something easy to do, something fun to do. I mean, you swing and you hit a ball. Seemed pretty easy to me, but I found out lots of things very quickly. I found out that it's really hard. golf is not an easy sport. Just hitting the ball is hard. Hitting it in any direction is nearly impossible. Hitting it far takes real skill and a knack for it and a smoothness to your stroke, all these things. And I have none of these abilities. So I was hopeless at my hitting the ball on this driving range. But more than that, I discovered that it is physically challenging. It is a workout. Swinging a golf club for your arms, your shoulders, your back, your whole body. It's a physical workout. And if you don't do it regularly, that golf club, it can tear open your hands. After half an hour or 45 minutes, you're going to have blisters all over your hands. You can really tear your hands up. So I plan on being a bit more careful this time. This friend of mine in Mae Sot, he sent me a Google Maps screenshot with a pin showing the location of this driving range. Oh, there's a Mae Sot tennis court over there, so maybe I'm on the right track. And it's supposed to be up here on the right somewhere. I zoomed down on Google Maps doing satellite view and street view, but I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any signs or any hint of where this place might be. This looks familiar. It might be over here on the right. It looks promising. There's no signage of any kind. That's pretty common for places that I go looking for. Oh yeah, this has to be it. Doug the golfer. Who would have imagined that's what I would be doing this morning? I think I'm in the right place. And my friend told me that there's the family that runs this place. There's a young guy here. He said he wears glasses and he speaks good English. And he's the guy I want to talk to, if I come here, figure out what I can do, and then to get a cup of coffee. He said, he shows up around 10:30, and it's 20 after 10 right now. So I'm a bit early, but that's okay. I don't see anybody else here. And of course, I didn't bring any clubs. I don't have golf clubs. I'm hoping that they have some here. So there is the main building. It looks like there's a cafe inside. Doors all seem to be kind of closed, though. And there's the driving range area. And then out there, there's the field. So you can measure how far you've hit the ball. 30 meters, 50, 60, 100, 120, all the way out to 250 meters. That sign is so far away. I think I would be very lucky to hit 60 meters. I just spotted a youngish looking fellow over there wearing glasses who seems to work here. So yeah, I mean, I always have this pessimistic feeling that wherever I go, that place will be closed when I get there. And there is actually a lot of construction going on here. Doors look to be closed. I see nothing but closed signs. There's scaffolding and diggers digging holes out there. So I thought, yeah, this looks normal for my life. This place is probably closed today. But we've got a young guy with glasses, so let's head in and see what he has to say. Another issue in my life is that I just have the habit of going everywhere far too early. I tend to wake up and I want to go somewhere right away, and I'll arrive places long before it's opening hours. And right now, as I said, it's almost 10:30, and for me, that is extremely late. 10:30 is late for me to arrive anywhere, but 36.7 degrees, which I guess is normal. But for the rest of the world, 10:30 tends to be early. Okay, so this is what a driving range looks like. All of this is a brand new experience for me. There's the range, as I said, with all the distance markers. And I guess you buy a bucket of balls, and this would be your bucket. Oh, with a little foot pedal. Maybe every time you push the pedal, a ball pops out of the slot here. I guess we're going to figure all of that out. And the driving area right now is in the sun, but it does have a roof, so I guess it'll be a... Oh, hello. Come here. He's ignoring me. Hey. He came up to give me a sniff, but after that, he had enough of me.
We bring you the club and get ready for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just whatever club you think is suitable for me.
Yeah.
I have no experience. So I was just talking with one of the owners, and he said that they open pretty early, 9 in the morning until kind of 9 at night. So they open, the driving range opens at 9 in the morning, and the coffee shop area maybe 9:30 or something like that. And I think the coffee shop is kind of a new thing, so they're still sort of getting it up and running and working out their systems. And he said that they do have clubs, so he's going to get a suitable club for me as a beginner. And then I guess I'll get some balls, and I'll set up my camera to record the antics, the Three Stooges antics, as I try to hit a golf ball. It's good that there's no one else here to watch this embarrassing spectacle. Though, as I said, there's construction going on. We've got a couple of guys out there in a wagon dumping dirt. And it's not like they're out there in a suit of armor, so I don't want to hit balls in their direction just yet. And they have some nice seating here. Yeah, it looks like it might be kind of a new place, you know, because you can see they've got some material back there connected with construction. So maybe they're still building. Anyway, let me show you the inside of the coffee shop area. Oh, hello. So here's some of the seating that they have inside. And I'll definitely have a hot or cold drink when I come in here later. Yeah, it looks like they serve some food as well. And another interesting thing he was telling me is that his brother is a professional golfer, and if you need help, you can get instructions, get lessons from his brother. You'd have to set that up individually, I think. It's not like there's a schedule for public lessons, but if you ask here, you can get lessons from the pro. So that would be exciting. So these are the clubs I can use. Can you give me a bit of advice about which one I should use today?
Like for the beginning, I think
very much. I only used a golf club one time in my life before. That's it.
I think fairway would work for the beginning.
Okay. What is it called? That kind of club?
Sandwich.
Oh, sand wedge?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, sand wedge. Okay.
And like the small number, the angle will be, I cannot remember more or less, but something like that.
Oh, okay. So the number is about the angle. Mm-hmm. And in terms of how long it is, does it make a difference since I'm tall?
Yes, it is. Like normally you can like scale how tall you are, and then you can make them produce the one that's suitable for you.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can try one or two and see how it feels. And I guess the last question, how much does it cost?
We have A grade golf ball and B grade. A grade will be 40 baht per tray.
Okay.
40 balls per tray as well, and then B grade will be 25 baht.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So this would be a tray of balls. So that's how it works. And a tray of B grade balls are 25 baht, and A grade 45 baht, I think you said. And then I guess you just have as many trays as you want. As I said, from my one and only experience at a golf range, you might think you can sit here for hours and hit 10 trays of balls, but it's hard on your hands if you don't have calluses built up. You have to go slow or wear gloves, I guess, but I didn't bring any gloves. I probably should have, now that I think about it. Could have picked up a pair of gloves at a hardware store or something.
Waiting for they to finish their work there soon, and then we can begin.
Yeah, no problem. How long have you been open?
I think a month.
Only 1 month?
Yes, it was it's already a driving range here, and we took over and then renovating around here.
Okay.
Yes. Before that, it just
it's yeah. I forget what those are called. Katie did, I think, in English, maybe.
No idea.
Yeah, yes.
Just don't bite.
No, they don't bite. Just like a grasshopper. Okay. Well, while I am waiting, can I get a cup of coffee?
Sure. Let's see if I just turned on the machine earlier.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were open or not. Oh, is this your brother?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. So that is the professional. And I assume he's showing perfect form. Oh, you didn't even take the plastic off the machine yet. So you really are brand new.
Yeah, actually we just closed it last night.
Ah.
What would you like?
What can you make?
We have just tropical coffee style, hot, cold.
Yeah, I guess hot coffee. Yeah, and do you have some kind of cream or milk?
We have cream. We have milk.
Okay.
We like hot cappuccino.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, hot cappuccino. Perfect. Looks like I am the very first customer, at least for their new coffee grinders. That's pretty exciting. They had to remove the plastic from the machines to make a cup of coffee. So I ordered a hot cappuccino, and maybe I'll sit outside. Yeah, I think I'll just take a seat outside. Yeah, it's quite warm in there right now. They don't have the air conditioner running. So I'll try out one of these seats. So I guess that is my goal for today, to hit 30 meters, maybe 50 meters. What do you think, 100 meters? And if I get some instructions from the pro, 250 meters. But I don't think so. Let's pull back and show how far away that 250 meters really is. Going back and back. And let's go further back. And here's further back. And now the true perspective on how far away 250 meters is. I don't think any of my golf balls are going that far. I don't care whether they're B grade or A grade. Of course, no small adventure with me would be complete without some technology adventures to go along with it. And today I brought my usual GoPro. I had this mounted on the scooter as I drove out here with my fancy rig. And I also brought my Panasonic. I'm trying to be more patient with my Panasonic, setting it up carefully, choosing settings carefully. With the GoPro, you can do real run and gun shooting. You just hit record and away you go. You don't have to think about anything. And I think I carried over some of that philosophy to the Panasonic, and I kept expecting to be able to just hit record and then let the camera figure everything out. But you can't really do that. You've got to work a little bit with a real camera and spend some time setting it up and working through the settings. So that's what I did just now. I ordered a hot cappuccino first because the work crew was actually bringing like a cart full of sod out into the field, and they were placing the sod around the 50-meter sign out there, and I guess they're doing some landscaping. So I decided to have a cup of coffee and wait till they finish their work. And I didn't catch it on film, but I decided to sit here on this bench. And then when I went to sit down, I didn't realize it, but there was one of the dogs from this place underneath the bench. And then as I tried to make myself comfortable, I scared the dog, and he was angry. He was upset, and a good growl and a lot of snapping at my legs to drive me away. He didn't like it that I was taking over his bench. But the owners called him over, and he was happy to run off and get a snack. Funny thing about businesses here that when you buy them, they often come with things you didn't expect. And as the new owner told me, they bought this place just a month ago, and they're busy doing all these renovations. But they bought this place just as a driving range, and it came with its own dogs. So the 3 or 4 dogs that I've seen roaming around this place, this is where they live. So when the previous owners moved out, again, sort of in Canada, the idea, of course, you take your dogs with you. They're your pet dogs. But quite often here, the dogs belong to the land, and there's nothing you can do about it. You bought this land, you now have dogs, whether you wanted them or not. The dogs came with the land. So they brought some balls out for me, 1 tray, and these are B grade. And I guess in 1 tray you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40 balls. And she's going to put them in the machine for me. And I have no idea how this works. I guess we're going to find out. I wonder if I think it puts it right on the tee automatically. You just press on the pedal, and I think it will take a ball and put it on the tee automatically. So I think it's motorized, maybe? Yeah, I don't know if the camera caught that. That is so cool. But it isn't motorized. It's just done through gravity. That is so cool. My only concern is that I'm such a inexperienced golfer. I'd be worried about hitting the machine with my swing because it's actually quite close to the tee. So yeah, you have to be careful about that. Just wanted to show you how this worked. So here's the tee. It's a very flexible rubber tee. The ball sits on there, of course. And in order to get a ball, you just step on this paddle. This lowers down. A ball rolls out. Not the coolest thing? Let's do that again. That is so cool. Oh yeah, right on the outside. It's the MGD motorless golf ball dispenser. So yeah, you don't need a motor. No power needed. And my cappuccino has arrived. Looks very nice. And there are the workers out there on the field. And they're laying out some sod. They're getting the sod from yeah, where are they working? Oh, somewhere somewhere over there. Time for the master cappuccino guy to give his verdict. Nice flavor. He has like chocolate, I think chocolate sprinkles on top of the foam. My one issue, as is often the case, is it's not very hot. But that's, especially if someone is brand new to using the machine, I think it's very hard to use those steamers to really heat up milk and make it foamy and get it nice and hot for coffee. But still very enjoyable. The workers are just leaving from the field. I don't know how long it will take for them to come back. They're very trusting fellows, I'm thinking, because they didn't even look in this direction to see whether anyone was about to hit any balls. They just went out there and they just trusted that nobody's going to drive any balls out there while they're working. And I guess in the time that I'm here, I'll just hit some balls, and then if they start coming back, then I'll stop and then wait until they leave again. Very informal. Ready to start my life of retirement in golfing just yet, or professional golf. I just wanted to take a closer look at the clubs, and I probably should have done some research, but I did not, so I don't know what any of these things are called, other than he did tell me that one of these is called a sand wedge, and I think he gave me the number 6 sand wedge and said that would be good for a beginner. And I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9. I'm not sure which way it's supposed to go. Oh, this way, okay. So this is the 6. I think this is the one he showed me. And is it long enough? I have no idea. I feel like I'm bent over. But as I said, the last time I even held a golf club was 10, 12 years ago? Something like that. So I think that's a number 6 sand wedge. And I don't know if the other ones are, longer or shorter. Okay, that's a number 3. And it's a little bit longer. Though I think the point of the numbering is not how long the handle is, but the angle of the wedge itself, which of course would dictate how the ball flies, whether it goes up or straight. Simple physics. I am not that concerned about where the ball goes or anything about how the ball travels. I just want to be able to hit it. And then, of course, oh, that's a surprise. You've got a, pretty sure these are called drivers, right? These have the very large heads on them. And when I pulled this out of the bag, I thought it would be really heavy because it's so much bigger. But it's like it's hollow or something. It's light. It's very lightweight. I was expecting this to be much heavier than it is. Try another one of these, see what it feels like. Yeah, same thing. I was expecting this to be very heavy, but in fact, it's very lightweight. Center groove, 1127 degrees, top lanking 2. So that is a driver. When he suggested a sand wedge as better for a beginner, I don't know why that would be. Well, I have no idea. Yeah, once I hit a few balls, I'll just pick one at random and see what it feels like. I got some instruction from the owner. He came out here and gave me a quick lesson on holding the club, where to put my feet, my knees, shoulders, kind of the psychology of how you sort of swing through the ball. Instead of trying to hit the ball, you swing through the area where the ball is, and of course you stay focused on this area where the ball is even after you've hit it, rather than concentrate on where it's going, all kinds of these things. And from the very first time I swung until after he gave me the instructions, I could already feel there was a big improvement. But I don't know whether that will show in this video or not. One issue, I think, is that these clubs are not long enough for me. This is the sand wedge, which apparently is more of an open face, they say, which could send the ball on a higher arc, which is more pleasing than just kind of rolling along the ground. But it's actually quite a short club. But I'm going to hit a couple of balls and see what happens. And I have it just sitting on the green rather than on the tee. So yeah, well, let's give that a try. I've got a little mark here on the club where you put your thumb. So that kind of has your club head angled properly, and of course your other hand goes over top of that in a certain way. And if you hold it like this and then bring it down to the ground, that's where, that's the right distance from you to the ball, apparently. And then you're supposed to have your feet and your knees and your shoulders kind of in a straight line. So you kind of bend your knees, twist your body in this odd way to get things set up right, and then swing through the ball. Let's see what happens. Nice arc on my sand wedge. 40 yards or something like that. But again, I'm not swinging really hard, obviously. I'm just concentrating on making contact with the ball. And it's really cool because when it connects, it's a much sharper, harder connection than I expected. Like, you really feel it. It's a very, all these ASMR videos on YouTube now where the sounds are kind of soothing. It's almost like that when that ball hits. It's a very satisfying sound and a satisfying feeling. Well, let's put one on the tee and then take it off the tee, and let's do another one with this sand wedge. Whoop. I hit the ground first. Eye on the ball, eye on the prize, eye on the tiger, eye of the tiger. Tiger Woods, there you go. Another 40-yard drive. I'm on my way to the pros. Yeah, very satisfying little activity here, even with my tiny club. Because I feel like I'm not standing properly, because I feel like I'm hunched over in order to reach the ground and get my... And the most important thing he was telling me, which was the hardest thing for me to do, was that my body is not supposed to move. Like you can move your shoulders, but not your body. And that's so foreign to me. But I guess if you're going for a really hard swing, then your body comes more into play with momentum and drive. But right now, he was saying, just concentrate on staying mobile for your body and just twisting with your shoulders. And that seemed to work. I've done similar things in the past, like physical things. And when you're doing it, it feels good. Like me hitting the ball right now, it actually feels really good. And I feel like I'm doing it right. But then you see a video of you in motion, and then later on you realize how bad your form really is. But it feels good. All right. $50 meters. But of course, it's not all about distance, it's accuracy. And these are super, you can't see it from that angle, but these are super accurate shots. They're going exactly where I want them to go. He lies. And you kind of wanted your club off angled, not straight ahead of you, but off to the left a little bit. And you want your arms straight. And I have a lot of trouble with arms straight. I don't think my elbows bend very much. Whoa. It went straight, but I hit the ground first. Let's see if I can put a little more force into it and see what happens. Well, 60 meters and relatively straight. As with everything I do reminds me of pop culture, and this, of course, reminds me of the famous Rick and Morty's episode, Meeseeks, Rick and Morty, the Meeseeks, because Jerry asked his Meeseek to help him take a couple of strokes off his golf game, but he was so inept that even the Meeseeks was unable to help him. And chaos ensued. All right, Meeseeks, help me. Whoa. Don't know what I did there. Feel like I missed the ball entirely, just about. I think I was concentrating too much on Rick and Morty and not what I'm doing. That felt better. 55 meters, maybe. All right. Eye on the ball. Swing through the ball. Knees bent, shoulders making a triangle. Going straight, and that can't be a bad thing for a golfer. You want your balls to go in the direction you're pointing, right? Where did it go? I have no idea where that one went. I could feel it went in a different direction, but I think it went off over there. I guess I sliced it. Isn't that what they say? Let's try that again. I swung harder than before, and then I sliced it, I guess, because I don't know where it went. That was funny. It just disappeared. Yeah, it was more of a line drive. And after it stopped rolling, maybe 90 meters. I feel like I should have like a yellow jacket on that says beginner, so that all the anyone watching me, you know, will cut me some slack. They won't judge me quite as harshly. You know, he's never golfed before. Have pity on him. Apparently, I am an even worse filmmaker than I am a golfer. I just checked the footage, and I'm the headless golfer. I had both cameras lined up to cut me off at the shoulders. But when you're concentrating so hard on your golf swing, I guess your ability to set up a camera falls apart. Anyway, I'm going to try another club. This is a number 6, has a blue handle. And yeah, it's several inches longer than the one I was just using. And it has a, I don't know their terminology, less open head. So the sand wedge is very open, so it arcs the ball higher. This one is not as open. And so it does not arc the ball quite as much. Whew, let's see what happens. Yeah, it felt more that way. And I think if I arced my swing harder, like higher, and followed through more, maybe there'd be more of an arc. I don't know. Let's go crazy. Again, I noticed in the video when I checked it that in my mind I feel like I'm drawing my club way back, but in the video I can see I'm just sort of doing this teeny little swing. You know, the club hardly goes back at all. But again, yeah, it's weird. Things feel much more dramatic when you do it than how it looks on the camera. Oop. Let's try this one. Ooh. I think I'm trying too hard. Swing through the ball. That was a bit better. I didn't try as hard with that one. As Yoda would say, what did he say? There is no try, there is only do. So you don't try to hit the ball. You just do it. Oh no, now I'm quoting Nike. Whoa. I hit the 50-meter sign that time. That one felt all right. At the end of its roll, it went past 100 meters. I've got salt, sweat dripping into my eyes now. That was better. Any balls left inside here? That was the end of them for now. I'm going to get another tray. I think that'll be it for me, though, to be honest. 2 trays. What did I say? 40 balls per tray. I think for today's excursion, 80 balls will be more than enough. I can already feel Even after 40 balls, you can feel it, what it's doing to your hands, you know. But anyway, I'm going to check the video footage from both cameras. I've got my GoPro over there and Panasonic over there. See whether the video is okay and how is my swing. Okay, I took a quick break. I got another tray of 40 balls. B grade. I don't need the A grade balls. And I'm back on my trusty sand wedge for that satisfying arc. And I know that my Panasonic camera is only capturing the ground down here. I did that on purpose. And I have the GoPro capturing the wide, wide open world. I hope. All right. Orienting. Oh, I think this should come back there a little bit. Orient that club head properly. Bring it down. Yeah, positioning seems okay. A little bit of a bent knee, straight arms. Don't move your body, just move your shoulders. Line drive. No satisfying arc. What a build up for such a letdown. All right, here we go. Probably too much talking. I don't hear this much talking on professional golf tournaments. Oh boy. Whew. Oh, my golf career is on a decline here. All right. There we go, that's better. I could feel that one connecting better. Whoa. I think it went over there. Just occurred to me that I could easily slice the ball right into my GoPro, you know? So, for the sake of my cameras, I better concentrate. Whoa. Nice arc. If I was getting the ball out of the sand trap, that would have been useful. Not so useful for distance. Ah, nice. Well, I have a few balls left, and I think I'm going to switch to a driver. Just for fun, see how that goes. And then I have to use the tee for that.
Oh
no! Okay, my last chance at golfing fame and fortune. I have a driver. And I didn't get a lesson in how to use the driver at all, so we're just gonna have to figure this out as I go. Goes on the tee. Oh, get rid of these glasses so they don't get in the way. And this feels like a disaster just waiting to happen. Because at least with the sand wedge, you sort of start on the ground. You have a feeling of where you are. But here, I guess I can put it on the ground, but I don't know how to hit that ball. Let's give this a try. That's what I thought was going to happen. Oh boy. Okay, try that again. No. I think a driver is beyond my current skill set. Because the ball is up in the air, you know? It's like, how in the world do you do this? I honestly don't know. Well, a satisfying thwack. And it went farther than any other ball I've hit. Oops. Let's go for an orange one. Maybe orange will give me laser focus on where that ball is. Okay. Line drive again. At least I hit it. You gotta give me that. I hit it. I'll take that as a triumph. Ah, nice. There we go. Quit laughing. I know you're all laughing out there. Stop it. Right now. All right. Concentrate. Well, kind of redeemed myself with that one. Back to my friendly sand wedge for my last 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 balls. Funny thing is, I'm wearing my new Galaxy watch today. And the funny thing, it keeps communicating with me. I guess I have some kind of a health tracker turned on I wasn't even aware of. And I keep getting this little vibration and a happy tingle. And it says, workout detected, good going. You know, workout detected, keep going, you're doing great, you know. So my watch is encouraging me to have a physically active lifestyle. Sand wedge. Workout detected, but golf game, not so much. Last one. Last one. Come on, do me proud. Mediocre. That was kind of a line drive, but at least I hit it. I didn't flub entirely. So I think that is the last ball I'm going to hit today. As you can see, sweating like crazy. You know, it's yeah, it takes some physical effort. I think the workers over there will be glad to see me finish. They can come back and get to work. Maybe it's time for another drink. And actually I'm going to go inside. They have the air conditioning on now. The famous golfer is now in the golf clubhouse, relaxing in the air conditioning, and I got a Coke and a nice tall glass of ice. And they have a kitchen here as well. I noticed a couple of people, they weren't golfing, but they were sitting here and they ordered some food, so I ordered something for lunch. I'm not quite sure what I ordered, to be honest, but we'll see what I end up getting. I'm still a big fan of vanilla Coke, but I still don't have it anywhere in Mae Sot that I'm aware of. Oh, regular Coke is pretty good too. Oh, so yeah, epilogue on my second time swinging a golf club in my life. It's pretty much the mirror image of what I said about my first time, that it's a lot harder to do than you'd think. It takes a lot more practice and technique and probably instruction. I think instruction would be really important because as a beginner, I think you would develop bad habits that you don't even know are bad habits. So I think you'd need a teacher to just get you started on the right path, how to swing, how to hit that ball. Otherwise, you'd be setting yourself up for a lifetime of frustration, I think. And third, it's physically challenging. I mean, just it could be because the clubs were a little bit too short for me, I think. So I was kind of twisted a little bit. I wasn't quite feeling comfortable. So my back and shoulders are actually feeling kind of like I bent them out of shape a little bit. But yeah, you take 80 swings like that when you're not used to doing it, and your Galaxy Watch tells you, workout detected, keep going. Yeah, you're in the middle of a workout, and then you can feel it in your body. And I stopped at a reasonable number of balls, so I didn't end up with blisters this time. But yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. Golfing in Mae Sot. I'm well on my way to retirement now. My lunch has arrived, and apparently I ordered putt-putt, which, I'll show you what it looks like right here. And there's my lunch. I ordered the pork, putt-putt, and rice, fried egg, cucumber slices, and some sauce there. And that is looking really good to me right now. So I'm leaving the 19th hole, driving range and golf course. There's the building there. And there's the driving range off to my right. I was the only one here actually hitting balls all this time. But the owner was telling me that after 3 o'clock it gets quite busy, so they expect quite a few people to show up. A lot of friends who golf together come here in the evening to shoot some balls and hang out. And he was mentioning that it's something he has to be careful of because he's running this business and it's a place where people go to be social. But he also has to follow all of the guidelines that have been set for social distancing and health and safety during the pandemic. But if a bunch of friends come to hang out and have a good time, it's difficult to tell them that they can't sit together and they have to sit further apart. My microphone fell off. I keep forgetting to move it to a safer location when I'm on the scooter. As entertainment for a morning, certainly going to the driving range is economical. I shot 2 trays of balls. I had a cappuccino, bottle of water, lunch, and interesting conversations with the owner, and and a Coke with ice. And it all came to 180 baht, which I guess is $6 or $7 US, something like that. Ooh. And that is it for my my golfing adventure for today, my small adventure for Mae Sot on a Saturday. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Kind of a new activity for me. I don't see myself returning every Saturday, to do it over and over again, but to do it one time for fun, see what it's like. Yeah, like that a lot. So, back at the guest house, and see you in the next video. Eye on the ball, eye on the prize, eye on the tiger, eye of the tiger. Tiger Woods, there you go. What did he say? There is no try, there is only do. So you don't try to hit the ball, you just do it. Oh no, now I'm quoting Nike.